together. And then suddenly it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, my name is Jan, and I've been organizing this exhibition here, this part of the gallery. It's a No ID Gallery from London, which is a collective of artists, about 5,000 people in the collective. And we have been doing exhibitions in numerous places in London. We're very happy to show some of our works here in Leamington.
Okay. And you're exhibiting here as well?
I've got one piece in the window. Peter Sloterdijk said that identity is an excuse to be lazy. And there's so much talk about identities, which has to do with passports. It's basically an identity, which is a copy, and it's something administered to me. So I'm just administered copy, ought to be German, ought to be this, ought to be that. I don't really think I need that, because I want to define myself who I am. And it's quite interesting that in this country, this is apparently a right which is only at the sovereign, because the Queen does not have a passport, she doesn't even have a surname. So could it not be possible that we all just come up with our own identities, really? And yeah, I'll just let the rest of it really go up to people what they make out of it.
When you want to have a look for us.
Yep, my name's Veronica Fox, and these pieces are about the paintings, and they're also quite a lot about the space between the painting and the frame. So I sort of consider all of them about the work, so it's not just what's in here, it's sort of everything really. They're just sort of little pieces which appeal to me, and hopefully they're appealing to the eye. They're mixed media. This one was done with my first computer that I got in the mid-90s, but I hope that people find them kind of pleasing to the eye and that they mean something.
My name's Martin Lau, and the work I'm exhibiting is a selection from my last 2 solo shows. So it's The Hermit and the Sleeping Beast behind me, and Covered City, a small selection of that. They are, broadly speaking, in my kind of industrial man-made artefacts strand, which is largely what I do anyway. So Covered City is buildings that are under renovation or construction, covered in scaffolding sheets, and Hermit and the Sleeping Beast are the first 2 instalments of the series called The Menagerie, which is what I call intimate portraits of construction vehicles.
My name is Juan José Bravo. I'm from Spain. My work is right now is about nature, because I'm really interested in all the change is made in the nature by the human being. We are made by nature. We are soil, we are land, we are plants. So it's really important people understand this idea. And of course, I speak about me, because first I speak about me, but behind there are many ideas, and in these ideas are nature at the world, because I think right now the climatic change, I think, is one of the more important things. So I have to do something like that, and I try to speak, I have to do something for ourselves, because we are made by the same thing that as the land, as the animal. So I try to explain this kind of things.
My name is Martin Johnson, and I paint figuratively. I like the blend of history and fantasy, and in fact I think they're one and the same thing, considering that days that have gone by don't exist, and if you're thinking about them, if you're dreaming about them, you're having a fantasy, you're having a dream.
Is there a particular era of history that fascinates you the most?
I love the British Regency. I love the era of King George III. The king was declared mad, the Prince of Wales was the British regent. It's an era that was so laden with titillation and sex and sensuality, but it was so hidden and pushed back. It was so covert. I love that blend. You know.
Are there any particular artists that have inspired you as well?
There are many artists in the period that I think are superb. I'm a big fan of the neoclassicists, which are by and large, the French painters that attempted to imitate the pre-Raphaelite. They had the advantage of having about 400 years more technical knowledge than the artists that they were emulating. Not only did you get very classical and very juicy subject matter, but you got the advantage of 19th century rendering as opposed to 16th century rendering. And so William Bourgereau, particular favourite of mine, Ingres, another huge. So I love that era. But I'm also quite a sucker for 70s fantasy art. I think that Frank Frazetta and Boris Vallejo and the guys of that era, they were almost doing classical art by how much attention they paid to anatomy and composition. That I'm a huge fan of 70s fantasy as well.
And what's your next project?
My next project is actually to move to oils, and because I find that these acrylic paintings, they're pleasing enough, but I need more colour control, and I need more control over edges, because acrylic paint dries so quickly that you don't really have a lot of options when it comes to edges. And so a lot of these they're tainted with a bit of a graphic design look, because I'm not able to get the edges I want using acrylic media. So my next step is to go into oil, but to still maintain the enthusiasm for the historical and romantic period, and still maintain an enthusiasm for fantastical depictions. I don't want my historical depictions to be accurate, I want them to be what people dream about when they think of history. You know?
Okay. And final question, do you have any advice for young artists on how they might progress?
Never, ever be complacent. Ever. That's the best advice I can give.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The other acts were still made it all together. And then suddenly